Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. This episode we're going to be making chicken in a cream sauce. So for this you'll need chicken, some stock, a couple of cloves of garlic, an onion, 3 carrots, some rice and some cream. So just going to pop the cream back in the fridge and get started on the carrots. So they're already peeled. And all I'm going to do for this dish, I like to keep them in circles. That way, adds another texture to the dish, but also the sweetness comes out of them. So again, you've seen me cut these a few times now, just nice and circular. Take your time when you're making this. There's no mad rush. What I'm going to do here is just cut all the veg. And we're going to, and this is it, the actual main dish gets cooked in one pan, so which is great. So see there, finished off the carrots, and I'm just going to finely dice the onion. Again, watch your fingers when you're doing this. I'm sure there's better ways. Guys, I appreciate the follows. If you are watching this, please hit the subscribe button. It does mean the world to me. And let's just push on and see where this wild ride can take us all. So there you go. The carrots are done. Onions are done. I'm just going to finely chop the garlic. So again, just run it through a couple of times. You don't want a big mouthful of garlic in this. So you've done it there. Nice and easy. And we've got the garlic, so you can just see going back over it a couple of times just to make sure that you get it as fine as possible. And you want to do that with the other one. So first things first, you want to have a pan on that's going to hold all the ingredients. You can cook it in a pot. I've got like a cast iron non-stick pan. Looks something like this. So you can see it's got a decent size edge on it. First thing we're going to do to the oil, just a splash of oil. You don't want to get everything swimming in it. You want to add in all the onion, and you just want to cook that just on a low heat, just until the onion starts to go translucent. So a bit like that. So you can see there, they've started to release their juices. They've come down a little bit. You don't want them to catch. You're not wanting to caramelise them. You just want them to soften. Then get all your garlic. Whack that in. There you go. Mix that around. And again, let it cook just for a few minutes whilst that's getting done. Because what you want to do is you want the garlic to release some of its oils. Now, at this point, what we're going to do, we're going to add 2 cups of stock. So I've got the chicken stock here, boiling the kettle. And what we're going to do is I've just got a normal mug. The only one I could grab was my son's football mug. So I do apologise if these guys aren't your team. Not my team either. So we've got that, and I've just pop it in there. And it's a cup to 1 stock pot. Now, the reason for this, now is 2 cups of stock is around about 500 mils. So you've got that. Just give it a mix. It's all going to come together, so it doesn't really matter if it's not fully amalgamated. And then what you're going to do is you're going to repeat this process. So this is the first one. You're going to add it to the onions and the garlic. So there you go there. See, it's all there. Bring it back over. You're almost sort of deglazing the pan. Put that back over. Repeat the process. So we're just going to repeat that process, get the other one, and there you can see It's nice and bubbling. It's all incorporated. Now, what we've done is at this stage, you don't want to add salt because the stock cubes will be quite salty. So you can see I'm quite liberal with the pepper. Again, this is to your taste. So just make it however you want it, really. Add in all the carrots. Obviously, when you're doing this at home, if you're doing this at home, you can create a bit more space. I'm just going to chuck it all in. Found a big bit of carrot there, we're just going to cut it in half. There you go. Get it all in there. Give it a bit of mix. Just so that all the carrots are nicely underneath the liquid. This is the base of your sauce that you're creating here. Then what we're going to do, we're going to prepare the chicken. So just any extra little bits, pop them back in the pan. It's all nice and clean. Then we get the chicken. And all we're going to do is leave it into big chunks. We'll pop that there. Giving the board a bit of a clean down. Get those bits back out. And we just... Big chunks of chicken. Guys, like I said before, if you are new to the channel and coming across this for the first time, hit that subscribe button, please. It does mean the world to me. Shout out to the guys who have been watching the other videos and comment, and I do try and get to all the comments as quick as I can. There's also we've created a Twitter, I mean me, created a Twitter account as well, so that we're all on there, and that's just S_D_cookbook. So get over there, follow us on there, and we'll keep you up to date. Now this is the thing, so once you've cut the chicken up, we're actually going to boil the chicken in the sauce. So it's all just one big pot. So get it all in there, make sure it's fully immersed in the liquid. If you've not put enough liquid in, you can just top it up, and then you're just reducing it down. Remember, the more you reduce it, the more intense the flavour becomes. So you just want to bear in mind that when you're cooking. So never mind the fingers. Then obviously you got to give your board and everything a clean, and make sure everything's clean, because you don't want to be touching any raw chicken. So everything's been given a wipe. Now on to the rice. So rice, everybody's sort of scared of rice. I know I was for years until I came across this. And it's quite simple. Whatever quantity of rice that you have, you 1.5 times that of liquid. So here, I'm going to put in a cup of rice. So I'm going to have 1.5 cups of liquid. Now the step that people miss is once you've got your rice, especially if it's not boiling the bag rice, so like it's normal rice out of a packet like this is long grain rice, you've got to rinse your rice. So grab a sieve, pour your rice into your sieve, and let it run under cold water until the water runs clear. Once it runs clear, that means you know that you've washed all the excess starch off the rice. So that's what I'm doing at this moment in time. So there you go, washed rice is in there. Now this part, I've got the kettle back on. I've got and I'm cooking this rice in chicken stock. So you're going to have the same flavour profile all the way through the dish. Okay, so pop that in. I'm going to boil that through. I'm going to put the 1.5 cups of liquid into the rice. Give it a stir so it's all coated and it's all underneath and it's all submerged. Again, at this point, it doesn't really matter if the stock is fully incorporated, because it will be during the cooking process of the rice. So pop that in. See there, it's still got the stock, but we've still got another half a cup to put in. And then we're going to pop that in. So remember, when you're cooking rice, whatever volume of rice that you're doing, it's 1.5 times. So again, in this instance, 1 cup of rice, 1.5 cups of fluid. Give it a mix. Now you can see I'm just trying to incorporate that stock throughout there, giving it a bit of a mix. You pop the lid on it, and then you leave it. So pop it on the hob and forget about it. Just let it cook through. And guys, this is an adventure that we're both doing, and honestly, it means the world to me. So I do appreciate that. So as you can see here, the chicken's been cooking through. You know it can, at this point you want to give it, everything's fully cooked, you know it is, give it a bit of a mix. See these big chunks? I just like to break them down. And you can see how succulent that is. That's been cut in half with no problem at all with the side of a spoon. Give it a taste. At this point, I'm making sure everything's under. It did need a little bit more pepper. Now, again, it looks like it's a bit heavy on the pepper, but the next couple of stages will actually dilute that. And again, it's down to your taste. If you don't want to add that much in, you can actually add in chilli if you want. Fresh chilli gives it a bit of a heat and a bit of a kick at the back end. It is completely up to you. Give it another taste. At this point, I thought it was perfect. Getting everything underneath there. I was just checking how deep that was. So we're cooking that through, and we're just going to let it reduce a little bit further so you can see how it's reduced. Now at this stage you want to get the cream in. Now I take the cream off the heat to add the cream because you don't want the cream to split. So you add a bit there. I've just started off with a little bit. Give it a mix round. You can still see not quite as creamy as I was looking for it to be. So I just add in a little bit more. Just another little splash. It's not one for the diet. You could add sour cream, I suppose, or creme fraiche. Give it another taste. Now with the cream being added, it does actually balance out the pepper that you've put in earlier. So that's why don't be scared to add in some pepper, because the cream will actually balance that out. So here we can see rice has been on. See all the holes perforated? That's where it's been bubbling through. See it there, perfect. Going to give it a bit of a stir. Release all that there. Then what we want to do is pop the lid back on it and just let it steam. Give it a shake until it's ready to use. So rice is done, chicken dish is done. So here we go. Rice is nice and fluffy. We're just going to plate up now. So nice bit of rice in the middle of the plate. That's with the chicken stock, flavoured rice. There you go. I've got a growing boy in my house. So we pop that in there. Then we're just going to put the chicken in a cream sauce over the top of it. Guys, I hope you are enjoying these videos. Look, it's a pleasure for me to make them. It's a pleasure for me to see the comments that are coming through. A few of them saying that they love watching it. It's nice and simple. It is all about simple cooking. It's also about looking after each other. Okay, so from my family to yours, this is the Single Dad's Cookbook signing off.